All right, I'm going to read this one. I teach at UC Santa Barbara mainly in Chicano Studies classes, and I'm always really just so amazed by the students. They'll have intro classes of like 500 people, 700 people that we teach, and them to be able to navigate the system is really impressive to me. You know, a lot of them first generation college students, working families, etc. So this one, I always try to do a lot of performance in my classes, even if it's not about performance. I make them do all these body exercises. We get rid of the desks. They usually hate me the first day because they just want to like come in and, you know, follow the routine and just sit in a row and not have to think. But that doesn't happen. So this poem, actually, we just published in an anthology called Ban This, inspired by what's happening in Arizona with the banning of ethnic studies and the removal of over 75 books, including Shakespeare's The Tempest, which I found funny the other day. And so in response, a lot of artists and organizers and scholars, we put some poetry together, and this is one of the pieces in there. So this is dedicated to my students. It's called Pedagogy Dreaming. When I saw them, they were almost dead, moving like icicle zombies, left, right, left, each step regulated to match the first. What was the worst part was that they were too young to be dying. Chained to splintered desks, name of lovers carved in wood's flesh, like functioning machines, hand-raising, line-forming, docile bodies who looked up at me, eyes open and hollow. And a voice on the intercom yelled, "Follow the directions for education or else face incarceration." The disciplining of their bodies, our bodies, limbs no longer loosely letting go, restricted, tightened, stitched together mechanical renditions of childhood's lost. No child left behind because drones don't raise up arms unless programmed to do so. We don't have to talk about drones right now. Heard enough of that in the debate. All right, crying for a new way to move their bodies. I dreamt of Fahrenheit 451 miracles, but instead of burning books, they were burning desks. Cages of conformity, shackles of containment. I envisioned purple clouds raising, smoke circles of SOS. Warning, 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 the robots are no longer functioning, but dancing. Swimming to the rhythms of their souls, brown bodies digging, fracturing apart the asbestos tile, reaching hands into the earth, connecting to roots once cemented over. I dreamt of stages collapsing, bells broken, time stood still only to change with the passing moon, shimmering like a mirror, reflecting the muscles loosening in the backs of the brown bodies, who began to speak in tongues. Mother tongues, grandmother tongues, tongues of remembrance that licked clean the wounds of so many years forced to speak a standard. Fragmenting into sharp beams of light, fingers began to open, knuckles cracked, heads swirled to the wind's kisses as their bodies' pores fluctuated like the tide. And ever so softly, one of them put their hand on my shoulder and said, we are a people of movement, a problem-posing, oppressed people. We have been exiled to the margins, pillaged to forget that we are running water, trickling knowledge holders that can no longer be contained in the rudimentary confines of Western grammar. The cursor can no longer erase us, the cursor can no longer erase us, the cursor can no longer erase us. As she said this, brown bodies began to resurrect from the dirt and fly, wings as long as jump ropes eating each cloud as they passed by. Looking up at them, staring until they turned to dots, in the sky a calm came over me. My own feet began to separate from the sidewalk, and I knew then they were never dead, just dormant, waiting for someone to notice they were dying. Lake Street one.
No. Wait, we got to talk about this because now you got it right?
Oh, I do got it right. Yeah.
So, so we're going to try something, and I'm not exactly sure how we're going to work this out because we've changed how we're going to